Hello and welcome. We are happy you are here. Take a deep breath and enjoy this calm story about a family and their home in the forest. Time passed quietly. The forest returned to its normal rhythm. Birds sang again in the morning. The river moved freely. The wind played with the leaves. The hole was gone. In its place grew grass and small flowers. The fallen tree stayed near the river, old and calm, like it was resting. The family stayed in the wooden house. They did not talk much about what happened. They did not need to. They felt it in small things. Daniel worked outside as before, but now he moved slower. He listened to the forest before he cut wood. He fixed the house with more care. Emma cooked and worked in the garden. She spoke softly to the plants. She felt when they needed water or rest. Lily walked in the forest often. She did not look for the light anymore. She did not hear the calling, but she felt connected. Sometimes she stopped near the river and closed her eyes. She felt calm, complete. Noah played near the house. He still asked many questions, but his questions were different now. "Do trees know our names?" he asked one day. Emma smiled. "Maybe," she said. Life was simple again. One evening, the family sat outside and watched the sun go down. The sky turned orange, then pink, then dark blue. "I'm glad we stayed," Emma said. Daniel nodded. "Me too." Lily looked at the forest. "It trusted us," she said. "Yes," Daniel answered. "And we trusted it." That night, Lily dreamed. She stood in the forest, but it was brighter than before. The trees were tall and strong. The ground felt warm. She did not see the light. She did not need to. When she woke up, she felt peaceful. Years later, the children grew. Lily became strong and wise. She loved nature and studied the forest. She helped protect places like this one. Noah grew curious and kind. He loved stories and science. He wanted to understand the world and care for it. The wooden house grew old, but it stayed strong. The forest grew with it. People sometimes walked near the river. They felt calm there, but they did not know why. The forest did not speak to everyone, only to those who listened. And the family always listened. Because home is not just a place. It is a connection. And the forest remembered. The morning came slowly. The forest was quiet again. Sunlight moved between the trees. The river sounded normal. But the family knew nothing was normal anymore. They sat together at the table. Nobody spoke at first. Finally, Emma said, "We cannot pretend nothing is happening." Daniel nodded. "The forest showed Lily something," he said. "And now it shows us." Noah looked at them with big eyes. "Is the forest alive?" he asked. Emma smiled gently. "In a way," she said. "Yes." After breakfast, they walked together to the hole. The ground was dry. Birds watched them from the trees. The hole was still there. Dark. Quiet. Then the light appeared. Soft and blue. It moved slowly around the family, like it was greeting them. Lily stepped closer. "We are here," she said. "We want to help." The light moved into the hole. Daniel took the rope. "We go slowly," he said. "Together." He tied the rope again. This time, Lily went first. Daniel followed. Emma stayed close behind. Noah held her hand. They went down carefully. The air inside was cold but clean. The walls were smooth stone. Old stone. At the bottom, the space opened. They stood in a large underground room. The light filled it softly. Symbols were carved into the walls. Not words. Shapes. Circles. Lines. Trees. "This place is very old," Daniel said. The light moved to the center of the room. There was a stone platform. Cracked. Broken. Lily felt the calling strongly now. This was the guard, she said. It kept something balanced. The light showed them images again. The forest protecting the land. The guard keeping the ground calm. When the storm broke the platform, the balance broke too. Emma touched the stone. "It is broken," she said, "but not destroyed." Daniel looked around. "It needs repair," he said. "Like the house." Lily smiled. "Yes." They worked slowly, carefully. Daniel fixed the cracks with stone and clay from the ground. Emma cleaned the symbols gently. Lily guided them. She felt where each piece belonged. Noah watched quietly. He held a small warm stone he found near the wall. As the platform became whole again, the room changed. The air felt lighter. The light grew calm. The ground stopped moving. The forest breathed. The light moved around the family one last time. It touched Lily's hand softly. Then it moved back into the stone. The room was quiet, peaceful. They climbed back up together. Outside, the forest felt warm, alive, thankful. Days passed. The hole slowly closed. Grass grew over it. The fallen tree stayed, like a memory. Life returned to normal, but the family was different. They listened more. They walked softer. They knew now. The forest was not just their home. They were part of it. That night, nobody slept well. The house was quiet, but the quiet was thin, like ice on water. One wrong step could break it. Daniel sat at the table long after the children went to bed. He looked at the old wooden walls. He listened to the sounds of the forest. Every small noise felt louder than before. Emma sat next to him. "We should leave," she said softly. Daniel nodded. "Maybe," he answered. "But I feel this place is important, not only for us." Emma looked at him. "I feel it too," she said. "That scares me." In her bed, Lily was awake. She stared at the ceiling. Her heart beat slowly, but strong. The calling was back, clearer than before. She stood up quietly and opened her door. The house slept. Noah breathed softly in his room. Her parents' door was closed. Lily walked outside. The night air was cold. Stars filled the sky. The forest watched her. She walked to the river, to the hole. The light appeared at once. Brighter now. It moved like slow fire. "I'm here," Lily whispered. The light moved closer. It did not touch her, but she felt it inside her chest. Images came again. The forest before people. The forest protecting something deep under the ground. The hole was not a danger. It was a guard. The light showed her the truth. Long ago, people tried to take something from the forest. Power. Energy. The forest closed the door and waited. The storm opened it again. And now the forest needed help. "I don't know how," Lily said. The light waited. Footsteps came from behind. "Lily," Daniel said quietly. She turned. Her father stood there. He looked tired, but calm. "I felt you were here," he said. The light did not disappear. Daniel saw it. For a long moment, he said nothing. "I believe you," he said finally. Lily felt tears in her eyes. "It is not bad," she said. "It needs help." Daniel nodded. "Then we listen," he said. The ground moved softly again. The hole breathed. At home, Emma woke up suddenly. She felt cold. She looked at the empty bed in Lily's room and ran outside. When she saw them near the hole, fear filled her heart. Then she saw the light, and she stopped. The light moved once, slowly. Emma felt calm. The forest was not angry. It was asking. The family stood together near the hole. The river moved quietly. The night listened. Something old and patient waited for their answer. And soon, a choice would be made. The next days were quiet, but the quiet felt heavy. The forest was still. Birds sang less. The river sounded slower. Even the wind seemed careful. Daniel tried to work, but his mind was not calm. Emma watched the children closely. Noah stayed near the house. Lily walked near the trees, but never too far. The hole near the river did not change, but it felt closer. One afternoon, Lily stood near it alone. The sun was low. Light moved between the trees. The hole was dark, but not empty. Lily felt the same feeling again. The calling. She sat on a stone and listened, not with her ears, with her body. The air moved. The ground felt warm. "Why are you here?" Lily whispered. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the light returned. Soft, blue, slow. It came from inside the hole. It moved up like it was alive. It stopped near Lily's face. She did not move. She was afraid, but she was also calm. The light touched her hand. It was warm. Images filled her mind. Not clear pictures. Feelings. Old feelings. The forest. Very old. Older than people. Older than the house. The hole was not new. It was a door. Lily pulled her hand back and stood up quickly. The light moved away and disappeared. She ran back to the house. Inside, Daniel and Emma were talking quietly. Noah sat on the floor with wooden toys. "I saw it again," Lily said. "The light." Daniel closed his eyes for a moment. "We cannot ignore this anymore," he said. Emma nodded. "But we must protect the children." "I want to understand," Lily said. "It is not bad. It is old." Daniel looked at her carefully. "You felt that?" "Yes," Lily said. That night, Daniel made a decision. "We go together," he said. "Tomorrow morning. We look into the hole." Emma was afraid, but she trusted him. The next morning, the sky was clear. The forest was quiet again. Daniel took the rope and the flashlight. Emma stayed near the hole with Noah. Lily stood close to her father. Daniel tied the rope again and stepped forward. "I will not go deep," he said. "Only a little." He lowered himself slowly. The light from the flashlight moved along the walls. Stone. Old stone. Smooth stone. "This was made," Daniel said, "by someone." Suddenly, the air changed. The light appeared again. Stronger now. It moved around Daniel, not touching him, but watching. "Dad," Lily said softly. "It's okay." The light moved closer to Lily. It waited. Daniel climbed back up quickly. "We stop," Emma said. Her voice was shaking. The ground moved. Not much. Just enough. The hole made a deep sound. Like a breath. Noah cried. Emma picked him up. The light disappeared. Silence returned. But it was not the same silence. Something had noticed them, and it was awake. Lily woke up very early. The forest was quiet, but not empty. She felt it. Something had changed after the storm. The air felt heavy, like before rain, even though the sky was clear. She got out of bed and looked through the window. The trees stood still. The river moved slowly. Everything looked normal. But Lily did not feel normal. She went downstairs. Emma was already in the kitchen. "You are up early," Emma said. "I couldn't sleep," Lily answered. Emma looked at her daughter's face. "Did you hear something last night?" Lily nodded. "I don't know what it was." Daniel came inside with a cup of water. "I will check the hole today," he said. "It may be dangerous." Noah's eyes grew wide. "Can I come?" "No," Daniel said gently. "You stay close to the house." After breakfast, Daniel took a rope and a flashlight. He walked to the fallen tree. The hole looked darker in the morning light. He tied the rope to a strong tree and looked down. The hole was deep. The walls were made of stone and earth. Cold air moved up. Daniel felt unsure. He did not like this place. He lowered the rope a little. Then he stopped. There were marks on the stone. Not from animals. They were too smooth. Daniel stepped back. "This is not natural," he said quietly. Lily stood behind him. "The forest feels strange," she said. Daniel looked at her. "How?" "Like it is waiting," Lily said. That day, the family stayed close to the house. Emma cooked soup. Noah played near the door. Lily watched the forest. In the afternoon, Noah found something near the river. "Mom," he shouted. "Look!" Emma came outside. In Noah's hand was a small stone. It was warm. "That is strange," Emma said. More stones lay near the water. All of them were warm, even though the air was cold. When Daniel touched one, he pulled his hand back. "This should not happen," he said. That night, the sounds returned. Soft steps. A low whisper. Lily sat in her bed and listened. Her heart beat fast, but she was not afraid. She felt called. She stood up and opened the window a little. Cold air touched her face. "Hello," she whispered. The forest answered, not with words, with silence. Suddenly, a soft light appeared near the hole, blue and slow, like breathing. Lily watched. The light moved, and then it disappeared. In the morning, Lily told her parents everything. Daniel listened carefully. Emma held Noah close. "We must be careful," Emma said. "Yes," Daniel said, "but we must also understand." The forest was no longer just their home. It was a question, and the answer was coming closer. There was a small wooden house deep in the forest. The forest was old and quiet. Tall trees stood close together. Their leaves moved softly in the wind. Birds sang in the morning. At night, owls watched from the dark. The house stood near a small river. The water was clear and cold. Stones lay at the bottom. Fish moved slowly between them. In this house lived a family. The family was not rich. They did not have many things, but they had time, and they had each other. The father's name was Daniel. He was calm and strong. He worked with his hands. He fixed things. He built things. When something was broken, Daniel tried to repair it. The mother's name was Emma. She was kind and warm. She loved cooking and reading. She listened carefully when others spoke. She believed that every problem had a solution. They had two children. The older child was a girl named Lily. She was 12 years old. Lily loved the forest. She knew many trees and animals. She liked to walk alone and think. The younger child was a boy named Noah. He was 8 years old. Noah asked many questions. He was curious about everything. He wanted to know how things worked. The family moved to the forest many years ago. Before that, they lived in a city. The city was loud and busy. Cars moved all day and night. People were always in a hurry. Daniel felt tired there. Emma felt lost. The children were small, but even they felt the noise. One day, Daniel said, "What if we lived closer to nature?" Emma smiled. "I would like that," she said. They found the small wooden house. It was old. The roof was weak. The windows were small, but it stood strong. They fixed it slowly, day by day, piece by piece. And then they stayed. Life in the forest was different. They woke up with the sun. They went to sleep early. They listened to the wind and the rain. They learned when to plant food. They learned when to rest. The children did not have many toys, but they had space. They had trees to climb, stones to collect, stories to imagine. Every morning, Emma made breakfast. Bread, tea, sometimes eggs. They sat together at a wooden table. After breakfast, Daniel worked outside. He cut wood. He checked the roof. He cleaned the path. Emma worked in the garden. She grew vegetables. She picked herbs. She dried flowers. Lily helped her mother. Noah helped his father. Sometimes they changed. Sometimes they played. Life was simple, but the forest was not always calm. One evening, dark clouds covered the sky. The wind grew strong. Trees moved loudly. Daniel looked up. "A storm is coming," he said. They closed the windows. They locked the door. They stayed inside. Rain hit the roof. Thunder shook the air. The house made sounds. Old sounds. Noah felt scared. He sat close to Emma. "It's okay," Emma said softly. "The house is strong. Lily watched the window. She liked storms. They made her feel small and alive. The storm passed during the night. In the morning, the forest looked different. Some branches lay on the ground. Leaves covered the path. Daniel went outside to check the house. He stopped. "Emma," he called. "Come here." Emma joined him. Lily and Noah followed. Near the river, something had changed. A large tree had fallen. Its roots were in the air. Under the roots, there was a dark space. A hole. "What is that?" Noah asked. Daniel stepped closer. "I don't know," he said. The hole was deep, too deep to see the bottom. Cold air came out of it. Lily felt something strange, a quiet feeling, like the forest was holding its breath. That night, Lily could not sleep. She heard sounds outside, soft sounds, like steps, like whispers. She sat up in bed. The forest was dark, and something was awake. Thank you for listening to this story until the end. We hope it brought you calm and a moment of peace. See you soon and take care.